Hi guys! Welcome to a Miss Chloe Flosstube. You are such gems for joining me. A big welcome back if you are a returning viewer, and a big hi, hello, how are you to anyone that might be new. My name is Miss Chloe and I am so glad that you found me. This is my little corner of the internet and I talk about my crafting journey, which is mainly cross stitch. And I get to share it with all of you guys here. I am so glad that you found me and that you're joining me today. Today I have this much to show you, and most of it's finishes. So if anyone is here that is a returning subscriber, you'll know that normally this corner is reserved for all the things and how they should look. Today, there's only gonna be one thing in that slot, and I'm so excited that I only have like one thing that's not a finish to share with you. I have worked so hard in the last 3 weeks, just busting it to get stuff done. I cannot wait. So I'm gonna jump in. The first thing I have to show you was so close to a finish last time, but didn't quite get there before my filming regime. And it is Kenna. This is the first pattern I've designed. It is, of course, from the Barbie movie. I stitched this one in a couple of days and I really, really loved it. This has been stitched by one other person that's tagged me, and that, of course, is my stitchy bestie, Liz. So she is Stitched by Liz, or Stitched by Liz with an underscore over on Instagram. I did this one, I think it's on 18 count. It's pretty small. It was just in my scraps pile, so it doesn't have any labels on it, because you'll know how I roll by now. My brain is just kind of like, la 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 la. Oh, I'll do it on that. That's pretty. Will it fit? We don't know. Will it look okay? We don't know. Does it work? Usually. But yeah, this was my first pattern. I'm very, very proud of it. It's so stupid and it's so little and it just brought me so much joy. I took this to the movies and I photographed it in front of the Barbie poster, because of course I did. It was a big couple weeks. I finished this one and took it to the cinema because we were going anyway, and photographed this one in front of the Barbie poster. I also photographed Barbenheimer in front of the Barbie and Oppenheimer posters. And then I went to see Mary Poppins and I took a photo of my Mary Poppins cross stitch at Mary Poppins, because I joked about doing it and someone was like, that's really stupid, you wouldn't do it. So I did. And then the Mary Poppins social media team shared it. It was really cool. Really cool. My cross stitch is famous. I love it. But yeah, so that's that's what happened. I took this one out in the wild and then decided that the others needed to go into the wild as well. And now they have been photographed in a few places. So I think that this is what I'm going to do from now on. If there is a show coming that I'm going to go to, I'm going to try and stitch something small from the show and take it along with me, just to like get a real memorable feel for the musicals and things like that I go to with family and friends, because it's a lot cheaper than buying a souvenir program that I'll never look at again. At least these can go on my wall, you know? And also, right, here I was thinking that I wouldn't need this space today. Then I forgot things. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. The next thing I have to show you is an FFN, which is a finish for now. And it is the Horrorflies. So I have done the border on this one. I think this one comes out on the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. I have a lot of stitch alongs coming up in September, so you'll see quite a bit of work on them. I'm doing this one. I'm doing the Villain stitch along from Abby Sue, and I'm doing the Bella Filipina Mermaids, which I also believe starts in September. I am so excited. It is the season of SALs, but this one is ready to go. So we got the frame released early, and this is of course by Noctiflora. And if you haven't seen her designs, go check them out. They're very spooky Halloween. They're excellent. They are excellent. I am in love with them. This one took me a couple weeks to do. This is on a 32 count even weave called Fairy Light. And I modified the back stitch a little bit It only had one strand on there, but I felt like it really needed two. So I popped that up a little bit. And I am so excited. The first butterflies are going here and here. So I think that's gonna look really good. I am super, super excited. I am stitching this one with my girls. You know who they are. It is Liz and Amy. So that is stitched by Liz and Amy in the Valley. Do go check them out if you're on Instagram. Say hi. Say hi, tell them I sent you. Stalk them a little bit. They're fun people. I like them very much. Very much. Okay. The next piece I have to show you, you guys have been looking at for a little while. It is my greenhouse. She's fully finished, you guys. Look at her in all her glory. I am so, so proud of this piece. I love it so much. There was not a single release that I sort of dreaded doing. The tree in the middle here, the exploding tree, she did catch me off tiny bit. Because it was so big, but when I got down to stitching it, it turned out it was not as big as I thought it was, so it was okay. But this one's been really cool. One of my favorite bits to do was this page here. I really loved the eyeball plant and the little skeleton man, and I had a lot of fun filming with this one as I went to make little reels for you guys. If you have a look on my Instagram, each thing that has been released has its own little reel of completion, and it includes all of the fact sheet information that was sent to us by Lola Crow. I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. So I need to go op shopping and I need to find the most perfect frame for her because she is just everything. Everything. I love it. I did make one tiny little change on this piece. And I think this will be the page you can see it on. I added in some back stitching because my white was disappearing a little bit. So you can see on like the eyeballs, I completely encased them in a little back stitch that was missing. I put a little bit extra on our skeleton and on these little trumpet flowers up here. Just to help them stand out a bit more. And it's really helped, like before they disappeared completely. Now you can see them, they're there. Oh, I also put it on like Charles's beard. This is Charles. But yeah, this one was stitched also on a 32 count. So this is Kelp from Sew It All. And I think it was the perfect color for this. I'm so happy with how it came out. I'm already excited for whatever Stitch Along Lola Crow does next. Because this was just such a joy to work on. Everything flowed really nicely. I didn't have to unpick anything, which was very strange. There is one mistake in it, and it's that my easel is a stitch too high, but I left that. But I didn't have to unpick anything major, and I thought I was going to, right? Because the first release on this guy was just the frame, and it was empty. And anyone that's met me knows that I don't count very well. Which is probably not good because I do counted cross stitch as a hobby. But, like, you know, we all have our shortcomings. Counting is mine, that's fine. But I was really happy that all of this lined up, all of my dome lined up, everything. Perfect in the big bit. One of my favorite pieces to do is this like weather vane style detail at the top, which I think was like the very first thing I did. But I just really enjoyed all the little curves in it and how smooth it was. And the colors in this, it's all just so beautiful. I could gush about this forever, but I probably shouldn't. But I really, really loved it. And I loved that we got a little fact sheet with each of the releases that told us what was going on and we could see it build. And Lola Crow did release a tiny terrarium that goes with this piece. So I'm going to have to go and find some extra fabric and I'm going to have to stitch it up so that they can be companion pieces and hang next to each other on the wall. I'm so happy, you guys. The next thing I have to show you is my Maloka Designs free SAL. if you've been following along or you've seen my Instagram, you know that I have named my squirrel. His name is Hamish and I love him very much. I have done him in 1/1 stitch on 32 count even weave. And look at how stinking cute he is. I am so happy with him. He was another one that I really wanted to finish because I was so close. I just had his head to go. And I took him along to the Woodcroft Library stitching the other day and the ladies were really supportive. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen were very supportive. We did recently have a nice bloke join our crew and he stitches with us. I believe he's working on a train at the moment, which is really cool. But everyone was really supportive and like encouraging and a little bit shell-shocked that I'm working on such a small count, and I didn't have the heart to tell them that people work 1/1 on 40 count. So it's not quite, this is probably big to them. But I really enjoyed this guy. So this was the free stitch along by Maloka Designs, and I believe she's starting another one soon, like in the next couple of weeks. I haven't signed up for that one yet because I don't know what the animal is. And I would like to know, because if it's another woodland creature, I could put it on the same fabric and it would fit really well with little Hamish here because they are quite similar colors. But I feel like if I put Hamish with some others, I really want them to all be in the same theme. So I want woodland creatures. Like I don't want to accidentally put him with a snake or something. That wouldn't be cool. He would be a scared little squirrel. That's not okay. But this guy was released in 6 parts and I have really enjoyed it. I love this style of work, the mandala animals. The team at Maloka Designs do have a couple of others, and I believe they also do diamond painting kits. I know a few of you guys are into that. It's not something that I have done much of. I think I did one with one of my friend's kids. And you know, it was fun, but wasn't really my scene. But if you are into that, definitely check out Maloka Designs because she not only does cross stitch, but she does diamond painting kits. And a lot of her cross stitches or designs are also tiny little needle minders, which is really cute. So you can get a needle minder to go with your piece. You can buy Hamish from her website now too, so you can also stitch him if you think he's sweet. Okay, we are burning through it today. I haven't worked on a lot of different pieces, as you've seen. So I only have one more thing to show you, and it is a new start. This is the start of Dear Mrs. Duck, which is by Luna Fox Stitch. And it is so cute. My brother and my sister-in-law have just had their first child, so I wanted to do something for them. I sent them this design and they signed off immediately. They loved it. So I have found the perfect Ada. This is Pink Powder Splash. It is a 32 count even weave. I do not know who made it. It was not written on the bag. It just said 32 count Pink Powder Splash. But when I saw it, I thought it was just perfect. So this was calling out for Jemima Puddle Duck to go on, and I am so excited. I am stitching this one as 2/2 to make her a little bit bigger, and I'm working away there on her bonnet. So I did start her today, technically yesterday, but I had to frog it because it was slightly wrong. So I had the orientation off. I thought the top was here, but it was here. So don't start things when you're not paying a lot of attention. It's not a good idea. But thankfully I'd only done 200 stitches, so it wasn't a huge amount to frog. And I've gotten her started again. So we've got our first 2 colors mainly in, so you can see her little bonnet is shaping up here, and then this is the bow that's tied up under her bonnet, and I'm so excited to do her coat. She's gonna be so cute, you guys. And then I will have to design out how to put my niece's name on here, because I'm going to put her name and her birthday, of course. because it is a birth sampler now, on the piece. So I'm not sure how that's going to look yet, but I've got plenty of time to go through and design it. It's not a particularly big pattern, as you can see, but it does have a good amount of detail thanks to all the back stitching that's in it. So I'm very excited to do this one, and I'm actually thinking if there is enough fabric left over that I might cut off a little bit at the bottom and do a copy of the duck here as 1/1 for myself, just to keep around, because I think it's really cute and this fabric is just so perfect. It's not coming up quite true on the screen. It's doing its best. It gets very washed out, but it's this very creamy light pink, and it's got white dots all through it, and I just think it's so perfect. It's so perfect. I love it so much. So this is what I'm going to be working on in between all of the SALs for September, which is going to be a tall order. Most of the SALs come out on the same day. So I'm going to be very, very busy this September. Hopefully it means that I will get lots of videos to you, lots of little updates, and all the fun things, all the videos, all of the photos, all of the shorts, all of the reels. Let's go. But yeah, that's where I am up to on Dear Mrs. Duck. And I am very excited to watch her grow and share her progress with you, and then eventually gift her to my family. I think it's gonna look really cute hanging up in the nursery. And you know, Jemima Puddle Duck, it's something that even though when she gets maybe teenage years she might not want it, when she gets older, because I know her parents will read her these stories as well, it will be something she wants. So I'm very confident with this choice, and I can't wait to get it done for her. The needle minders on here, no surprises. This one is Ginger Stitch, and these ones are Black Needle Society. If anyone has been here before, of course, you know me well enough to know that they are my two main suppliers when it comes to cross-stitch items, because the Black Needle, of course, is a subscription box company, and Ginger Stitch is just this amazing little Australian local shop, and they are on Etsy, and I really like supporting them. Their stuff is a lot of fun. Okay, I only have a few little things to go over with you now. So the first is that you may or may not know, but the start of September is, you know, that time that we get old. So I was gifted some haul. My good friend Candy, she is the most amazing human. She finds everything. You tell her that you like to cross stitch, or you like to read a certain author, or you know, literally anything, she will go and she will find it. And she doesn't mean to. She says she just turns around and it's there. So for my birthday, she got me a whole bunch of cross stitch gear. So I've got 4 hoops, more for display purposes than anything else, which is going to be perfect for my hoop wall that I'm starting. And she got me these storybook favorites for cross stitch. Look how cute this is. I love the Barbar's on here, and Rupert and Spot and Paddington. It's going to be so good. So I was thinking with this book, I should be able to do a good number of items for my new niece. You know, like little toys and stockings and all sorts of cute stuff that she'll be able to really enjoy while she's quite young. It should be really good, and then she'll have something to keep when she's a bit older. So we won't do all of them as frames. I want to learn how to do this. So they've stuffed these 2. They're like little standing pillows so that she has toys, and all that sort of thing. So I think that'll be really, really cute and really useful. And then I also got 555 fabulous cross stitch patterns as a giant book. Look how cool this thing is. There is so much in here, you guys. So much in here. There's patterns galore. Let me know if you want me to do a quick flip through of the books so that you can see what's in them. I do have a couple of cross stitch books, so if you're interested in that, I can definitely do a mini series and show you the sort of stuff that comes in them. So if you are interested, you can go and get your own book. But those two should keep me going for a long time. A long time. And then she also found these little Sullivan's kits. So this one is a little tiny birdhouse, and it's very cute. It's very cute. And then possibly the best one she could have found me. She found me Bambi. Look how cute he is, you guys. I am a sucker for anything Disney. So the fact that she found Bambi cross stitch for me is just everything. Everything. I love it so much. And it's all in there, you know, it's got floss, it's got fabric, it's got a needle. So these were great scores from Candy. She did a fabulous job. She knows that, you know, I love all of this sort of stuff. I love the older things because people don't have them, and it means I can stitch something that's a little bit different for everybody, for gift exchanges and stuff like that. So I thought that was really, really cool. The final thing that I want to talk to you about today is something that is run by the Black Needle Society. So anyone that's been here before, you guys know that I love Black Needle Society. They are a subscription box company, and together we open their boxes once every 2 months. The society is currently doing a fundraiser. It is in the form of an Amazon wish list for Lara's school. So they didn't quite get all the funding and items that they needed this year to start the school year off right. So we are relying on the wonderful cross-stitch community to help out. I will put a link down in my show notes. Please go and show some love. If you can afford one item, send one item. It will make a huge difference to these kids. I think this is a really, really important thing that we can help with if we can. As a return, the Black Needle Society, send them your receipt or a screenshot of the finalized purchase. And I will leave the email address in the show notes as well for you. And once you've done that, you will be given access to the Schoolhouse Rock Stitch Along. So for any international people like myself who didn't know what Schoolhouse Rock was, it is a bunch of really cute little videos. They are about 5 minutes long, and they teach you things like multiplication and science. You know, we used to watch the Magic School Bus to learn all this sort of stuff, but we never had such a compact format here, I don't think. So because it is a back to school fundraiser and it's a school time show, the ladies have organized a stitch along. It will be 7 parts, and you will get the supply list once your donation has been counted. So if you would like to make a difference in the lives of some kids and really help out here, it would be greatly appreciated. Of course, if you're not able to, that is fine as well. It's nothing expected, but I know that our community is super amazing and just so giving. So I did want everyone to know that there is a, good cause fundraiser going on. And anything we can do to help them is just so, so appreciated. All right. I think that's enough rambling from me. So until next time, you guys, stay safe, be happy, and craft something beautiful. I'll see you in 2 weeks.